This is Jarrod Horak for the RunawayHorse.com, and my Under the Radar 2019 Kentucky Derby Contender video series continues with the Florida Derby. Now last week we did the Louisiana Derby. Our Under the Radar horse there was Spin Off for trainer Todd Pletcher, and he ended up finishing second. He got 40 Kentucky Derby points, and he's got enough points to run in the Derby. Then on Sunday last week we did the Sunland Derby. Our Under the Radar Derby horse there was Another Twist of Fate, and he ended up finishing a fast closing second. He just missed winning that one. He picked up 20 Derby points. He now has 30. He's on the bubble for the Derby. He could have enough points. 30 could definitely be enough to get him in to the starting gate on the first Saturday in May. Now let's do the Florida Derby. For Saturday, March 30th, 2019, it's going to be the 14th race from Gulfstream Park, the Grade 1 Florida Derby, 1 mile and an eighth on the main track. And our Under the Radar Derby horse for the Florida Derby is going to be number 1, Hidden Scroll. Now, some people may be very familiar with Hidden Scroll, but he's only run 2 times in his life. On his first career start in the slop at Gulfstream Park, he just ran off the screen. A huge wire-to-wire win that day, earning a strong speed figure, but it was a wet track. It was a one-turn mile. Then he stretched out in his first stake start in the Fountain of Youth Stakes, and he got cooked on a speed duel that day, and he ended up finishing 4th, picking up 5 Kentucky Derby points. Not nearly enough to run in the Derby. Now he's going to have to finish 1st or 2nd on Saturday in the Florida Derby if he expects to make it into the Kentucky Derby and have enough points. And in that race, he's drawn post 1. He looks like the main speed from the inside. So look for his new rider, Javier Castellano, to try to get him out in front. And hopefully he doesn't get cooked on a speed duel this time, and he's able to bounce back and run a much better race. I thought he ran well under the circumstances last time. He didn't rate. He just kind of took off early and used up all his energy. If he can be a bit more relaxed early, he could be interesting. Now, Hidden Scroll's sire is Hard Spun, same sire that we mentioned last week for Spin Off. Now, Hard Spun was one that was on the 2007 Kentucky Derby Trail. He was 1st in the Lecomte Stakes, 1st in the Lanes End Stakes, 2nd in the Kentucky Derby, and 3rd in the Preakness. So Hard Spun was a solid horse throughout the Triple Crown series. Now, his dam sire is Empire Maker. Now, I've always been a fan of Empire Maker. He was my Kentucky Derby horse in 2003. He actually won the Florida Derby in 2003. He was 2nd in the Kentucky Derby, and then I played him in the Belmont Stakes, and he bounced back and he won the Belmont Stakes. So he should have plenty of stamina throughout his pedigree. And if he can get out there and run a more controlled race for trainer Bill Mott, he could be interesting. His owner is Juddmonte Farms, same owner as Empire Maker as well. If you're interested in my full card analysis from Santa Anita Park, returns this week, you can find that at therunawayhorse.com. And then my 2019 Kentucky Derby, Preakness, and Belmont full cards will also be available later this spring at therunawayhorse.com. You can also check out my 2019 Kentucky Derby page and 2019 Kentucky Oaks page over at therunawayhorse.com. Until next week's video series, good luck at the races.